Hello everyone, this is TheMagiBum here, and I'm going to be casting another StarCraft 2 game today. And this is going to be yet another game between a good friend DK, the friendly red Terran player, spawning on Cloud Kingdom on the bottom side. And he's going to be facing another Terran player called Next. Very short, simple name to have, that's kind of nice. Always good to see that. I don't like seeing very complicated names, hard to say, or just sound funny because it makes it a bit distracting when trying to have a serious discussion with this very fun and sometimes also serious game. So yeah, we're gonna see what these two players have in store. I have been casting a few of DK's games. I'll probably cast some other players as well, so just so that I can mix it up a bit. I know we've seen enough of DK to last a good while, so yeah, we'll see how things go along. So we're going to see standard opening out of these players, supply depot into barracks. You have to build a supply depot. If some of you guys played this game back in the beta, then, or well, not even in the beta, I think, yeah, actually it wasn't in the beta. They before they nerfed it, they said you can build a barracks without having to build a supply depot. So some people just build a refinery and a barracks at once, start mining gas, get a tech lab, get a get a Reaper out, and essentially they can get it out before a spawning core would be done at a normal time. If this barracks would only just be finishing when the Reaper would come in, and like the gateway from a Protoss player's standpoint would only just be finishing when that Reaper would come in. So you have a Reaper versus probes. If the Reaper could infinitely destroy these probes, and as long as it's micro properly, and the only thing you really build is zealots, which could also be micro properly against it. And like the only thing you'd hope for is get a Simon A score out, but since Reapers do a ton of damage versus buildings, it's a bit hard to do. And yeah, so we're seeing this is interesting. While DK's gotten his orbital command out as soon as possible, Next hasn't yet, and looks like he's taking a gas. But taking gas, that's pretty standard. But it looks like Next is really building up a lot of money. Looks like he might be trying to throw down the command center really fast. Although he's decided to queue up a whole bunch of SCVs. This is not the best kind of play to do. You don't usually want to see you don't usually want to be queuing up all these SCVs like this. Simply because you can afford more stuff. So if you cancel 3 of these SCVs, you can build 1 more barracks right now. And by the time this is done, he would have mined another 50 minerals to be able to produce again. The only problem is having to then cancel these and then build it at another time means you need to have more APM. And that's usually something you don't see a lot of in Bronze League. So that's why it makes sense to queue up. So you can see he's queuing up more SCVs. He's got 3 guys in gas, so he knows how much is the optimal amount to mine gas from. And he's building a second refinery, so he's probably going to get some tech out. Yep, we're seeing a tech lab go down. And Next has also got a bunker down because he probably assumes there's going to be some pressure. And he's putting it on the high ground right here, so it's still within range of the ramp, but it's a bit far forward. And we see a scan by DK, and what is he seeing? I guess he's seeing a barracks with a tech lab on and a bunker, so he can probably assume that he's going to be very defensive. So naturally, he's going to he's going to build a command center. He's also got 2 barracks now, and he's working on stim. It's now halfway done, and he's getting an engineering bay out. Now this is interesting. DK is normally, from what we've seen of his previous games, he likes to get this engineering bay out really soon, like pretty much after his first barracks. And with his first 100 gas, that's what he spends his money on. But it looks like this time he's going for instead stim first, and then he's going to get his upgrade up now. So we'll see where this goes. He's also got a factory on the way, so he has enough gas to get it, and there he goes, he's got it now. So this command center is nearly finished now, and we're going to see whether Next is going to start being aggressive or not. It looks like he's got 3 barracks on the way now. His money's getting really high now, so we should assume to see him, I guess, either build another command center or throw down a few more barracks and start spamming out some marines. And we're seeing a reactor and a tech lab, same as DK here, but DK's only got 2 barracks and he's teched up the factory, whereas Next here has gotten 3 barracks instead, but he hasn't got a factory out. So if DK starts building siege tanks right now, and yep, if he starts building siege tanks right now, then he should be in a good position tech-wise, because he should have better tech. He should probably also get siege mode as well, but with that he needs 2 gases. He's gotten his 2 gases now. He's taking a second expansion. He should probably turn this into an orbital command if he wants to, I guess, mine that relatively good. And yeah, it looks like we're just seeing a standard defensive game from both these players. Normally, a Terran player is usually really strong when it comes to playing defensively, because they have stuff like bunkers. They can lift off their buildings and block the way. They have supply depots that can also block the way or give way, I guess. And I guess Marine, your army is biggest when it's at your base. Like the moment you move out, more will come in, and you'll only have like some part of your army outside, and some of your army will be still at home because it's still being built. But if some of you guys don't understand what I just said there, then don't worry. It's a bit, it's a little technical what I'm trying to say. It's not really easy to explain. So, but if you do understand what I'm saying, then good for you. You know what I'm trying to say, if not saying it right. So we're seeing his +1 almost done. He's actually queuing up his second upgrade, so he's going to get +1 armor as well as +1 attack. And he should start using these barracks. I hope he uses these now. This will be a demonstration of good macro. But ooh, here we go. Instead he's going for 2 starports. So I wonder if he's gonna, yep, he's gonna put 2 tech labs. So this is something that DK likes to do as well. If he doesn't like going bio all the way, then he'll start going for heavy air tech, so stuff like Banshees, Vikings, and even the occasional battle cruisers. So if we see a fusion core coming up soon, then we're probably going to see a couple of battle cruisers come out. But looking at the gas that he's got, it doesn't look like he can really afford a lot of stuff. That's why he's taking this double gas inside his second base. He probably should get an orbital command here as well, because right now he's supply blocks. There's no point in having a SCV there. You might as well cancel that, get his orbital command on the way, and while he waits for these to be built, he can have his command center to do other stuff. So first siege tank is on the field now, and it's got siege mode already. Nice. So at this point in time, DK should, if he's aware of his money income, I guess, he's going to realize that 2 bases is going to have a lot more income, so he needs to build a lot more barracks, maybe another factory, or he can just, well, I guess he doesn't need to build extra barracks, because if he's going for double starport, then he's going to have a lot of minerals left over. And although he can spend it on stuff like missile turrets and stuff like supply depots, the most important thing is units. So he's going to have to build a lot more marines and marauders, because they are very heavy on the minerals, but not very heavy on the gas. So he can save his gas for other stuff like these heavy tech stuff. So we're seeing him also take the watchtower. This is the closest watchtower to him, so you should be able to see if an attack is coming from the left, if it's coming from the center right, and he's also got a missile turret here in case, so you can see anything that comes there. And this is the most direct route, like coming through this part here. It's the most direct route, so he will see it. However, if he tries to come from the top, if he thinks that DK's taking expansion here and then he comes in through here, he's also going to see it. However, he won't see it if he comes through the bottom here and tries to attack this third base here. And if he doesn't see that, he might go in through the main. But you can see DK's in a very defensive position right at the moment. He's even got a, like I said, he's got a missile turret here. This will protect in case Next tries to drop inside the main or anything like that. You notice siege tanks, they can't shoot at units that are too close to them. So that's why it's sometimes good to pick up your units inside a medevac and then drop them right there. And then they'll be safe from the siege tanks because they're too close to them. And also they can shoot them because they're within range. So it looks like DK is going to be pushing out now. And he's going to try and find a way to, I guess, crack the Terran defense. And he's got one siege, Next has got 1 siege tank here. He's just taking the second base. He's also got a bunker. So I don't know if DK will be able to do this. He does a stim, but so does the opponent. Now he's lost 2 marines already. 3 marines, and he's almost going to lose a marauder now. And he's going to take a siege tank out. Yep, he takes a siege tank, but he's going to lose the entire army now. And we're seeing both these players have +1, which is really interesting. They seem to both like getting a lot of upgrades. So yeah, that attack did a little bit of damage. It killed off a siege tank, so now DK actually has more siege tanks than normal. But you really want to kill off marines, especially if you're going for something like Banshees. And he's also got the cloak upgrade as well. And he's getting a lot more Banshees out as well. So yeah, it's better to attack stuff that will be easily defend his base. So if you kill off a lot of marines but you don't kill any siege tanks, then that's good for if you're going for Banshees. Because if you are going for Banshees, then you know that you've killed off all his Marines, he's not going to have a lot of defense. What he does have, though, is a missile turret, so if he goes for... He has to get like 6 or 7 Banshees before he can actually start taking on missile turrets. And usually that's not very effective because, although Banshees do a lot of damage per second, their damage, it's not the best... it's good against SCVs and stuff like that, but in a direct engagement, it's just not that good. They don't shoot as fast, they don't have a lot of health. They're basically like paper planes with nuclear bombs on them, essentially. They do a lot of damage at once, but they don't... I guess they don't have a lot of health. So we're seeing a third base come out from DK, and what we're actually seeing is Next is banking a lot of money, which is interesting. He should really be trying to put down more barracks, or I guess get more upgrades if he needs to. He's getting another siege tank out, that's good. He's got a couple already, so he's going to be catching up in the siege tank count, because DK is actually going for Banshees instead of siege tanks. And that can be good if Next doesn't have any scans, but usually a Terran player, if he's smart, will... Oh, actually, yeah, if he's smart, then he's going to be saving up at least a little bit of scan, just in case. And also, he's got a missile turret here, so he should be easily able to detect it, and he's got a missile turret here too. And he's got another one here. This one, I'm not so sure about this missile turret here, because if you notice, this is the furthest you can be away from I guess, map. So, I guess if he's coming, the best place he can drop is around here, and if he wants to, he can try and go around there, but even if he's around here, a Marine can still shoot at it. A Marine can shoot anywhere around here, and only when he gets to about here, then there's an easy way to escape. So, if you put a missile turret here, and maybe one here, well, not even one here, if you're taking a base here, then you don't even need a missile turret here, you can put a missile turret down there, and it'll be further out. But, yeah, you just put a little missile turret like here or here, it'll deny anyone from getting across, and if they do go across, they'll lose at least one medevac because, or warp prism or whatever it is, because the missile turret actually does a lot of damage. So we're seeing more gases to be taken by Next, and if we look at the income tab, we can see that both these players are pretty equal in the amount of workers they have. The amount of money they have is also relatively similar. I think Next might have dropped a couple of mules or something like that, or maybe not. I guess he's just split his SCVs more equally. You can see that a lot of these SCVs are actually bouncing around, so they're not as they're mining as efficiently. But yeah, we're seeing a heavy what's this Banshee play, and he's going to follow it up with some Vikings as well. He's got one Viking too. He's got a Raven as well, so he can detect any cloaked units. Usually, you don't see a lot of cloaked units inside Terran vs Terran. Mainly Banshees. You don't see a lot of Ghosts because, well, Ghosts they have EMP, not very useful. They have Snipe, kind of useful, but it's not the best. Like, would you rather have one Ghost, or would you rather have, I guess, one extra medevac, like, and a couple of Marines? I guess a couple of Marines and a medevac is probably better, because one, you have more maneuverability with the medevac, and you also have the healing ability. And with those 2 Marines, they do a lot of damage. So we're seeing DK now move out with his air fleet, I guess, and is he scanning? Who scanned that? Was that? I guess that was Billy. Yeah, he was scanning that to see whether there was a base there or whether there was anything that would scout him. And it looks like not. And he's also scouting ahead as well. This is actually really smart by him. He's scouting to make sure that his Banshees will not be detected. This is really good by him, but the problem is there's still a missile turret here, so he's going to have to kill that missile turret really, really fast. And, yeah, unless he micros really efficiently, but even then, the missile turret will still give vision up to about here, which is within range of this bunker. So if he lands right here, the bunker will actually do damage to him. Whereas if he comes at this point in time, well, this space in the map, then he should be in a bit better position because he won't be detected by this. Although, if Next is a good enough player, he should be able to scan immediately, have his Marines stim up inside the bunker, and totally destroy this. But looks like he's just kind of hiding back here, using it as like a... I don't know. I guess he's probably going to cause a distraction at the front while he goes in at the back. So here comes a cloak. He has to attack sooner or later. Might as well attack now. Yeah, so he's sitting in now. He's probably going to push it now and start attacking with 2 different locations. This is going to be an interesting engagement. We're going to see whether... There's a lot of Vikings here. This is actually really good by him, but... Oh, he scanned the wrong spot accidentally. Oh, that's not very good. He's only got a couple more scans left over, I think. Yeah, he's scanned, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to start there. And can he get a Viking out? He's already got 4 Vikings on the field, I think, so Is he gonna get it? Nah, almost. But he's gotta run away now. He's gonna get out of the range of that scan. And he's gonna lose it. Banshee's gonna lose Banshee. I don't know. He's gotta run away. He's gonna run away. He's lost one Banshee already. And he's... they managed to get away. So, yeah, now these Banshees can go home feeling happy about themselves. They managed to deny a third base, whereas DK has also got his third base up already. And they've killed off Supply Depot, they've killed off all the siege tanks. You notice he hasn't got any siege tanks at all. And yeah, apparently that killing that Supply Depot has also supply blocked him, so he can't actually build anything, even though he might want to. You can see he's queued up all his barracks entirely, and he still can't build anything out of it, so that's a bit sad. And now that he's done significant damage, he's going to go and try and do some more damage. Now, having this army with these Banshees, it can be good. You can take out an army relatively easily, but you have to micro it a lot better. You have to be able to cloak and stim at the same time. So, you're seeing him cloak, you're seeing him stim. He's killed off all these units, and looks like he's just going to walk in and take the game, because there's no siege tanks. He was supply blocked for so long that he doesn't have any units now. And, yeah, it's looking like GG now. You're seeing a scan, but I don't see any reason to scan because there's Marines and stuff underneath. He's killing off a bunch of Banshees though. There's only 3 Banshees left, 2 Banshees left, 1 Banshee, no Banshees left. So it looks like DK has managed to, well, not DK, sorry, Next has managed to defend himself long enough to keep himself alive. The problem is though, he's only got Marines and Vikings. Both very good against Banshees, but all he has to do now is transition out of Banshees, which it doesn't look like he wants to do. He wants to get more Banshees, so he got another starboard as well. He's got a lot of SCVs here. He should probably transfer them to his new fresh base. Also start mining, putting 3 guys in each of the geysers. Just little things like that. If you can multitask and get all this done really, really fast, it tends to give you little incremental advantages that lead you to a easier victory. So we're seeing a third base come out now, and it looks like he's also long distance mining it. I think it looks like it at least, unless he's taking any other expansions. No. So yeah, he's just gonna take his. Oh, well, I think he got blocked, so he can't build that expansion just yet. He's gonna have to go back there and see if he can build that again. And we're seeing DK scan again. This is interesting. He should really be focusing on putting like either an SCV nearby or using like a little unit to scout this instead, because a scan is costs about 300 minerals worth. It's not that you're losing 300 minerals, it's more that you're not getting 300 minerals now as opposed to later. So, and by 300 minerals I mean by using a mule, because a mule usually, in the time it takes to go up and down, usually gathers about 300 minerals, give or take. I think it's closer to 270, but if you put on the closest patches, you sometimes get 300. So, yeah. So every time you scan, you're losing about 300 minerals. If you think of it that way, then you really don't want to scan unless you have to. And even then, like you can, if you're good enough, then, well, not really if you're good enough, but if you play enough games, then you can kind of predict what people are doing based on what you see. So if you see a whole bunch of Marines, you can go, okay, I know what he's doing. I'll just build a whole bunch of other stuff. So yeah, we're seeing a scan come down. This is I guess it's good in a way because you can tell where missile turrets are or where the army is. And as you can see, his army's here as well as things, so as well as missile turrets. So he can be detected. Is the missile turret going to start shooting away? Is it? No, it isn't. But he's losing a lot of stuff. He's going to lose. DK's going to lose his entire army, but he's going to do a lot of damage to this thing. But sadly, I think he's going to lose his Banshees too. Oh, that's sad. All his Banshees died, but they killed a bunch of Marines. They killed a lot of SCVs. If we look at the workers kill tab, we can see he's killed 15 workers altogether. So yeah, he's done relatively well. The only problem is that was like 5 Banshees for the cost of 15 workers. Not ideal, but it can be alright. The problem is now Next is getting sorry, I'm yawning about that. It is getting a bit late again. I seem to cast these games really late instead of normally. But yeah, there's a lot of Vikings out on the way now, so it looks like DK's build has been hard counted, I guess. Being that Vikings are really good against air and Banshees can't hit air. So yeah, we're just seeing a nice big push out coming now. Like, it looks like DK's just kind of scanning, seeing whether he can break his front or not. He's just pounding away at the defenses, trying to force any weaknesses to be exploited or anything like that. But so far, Next has been doing pretty well. Although he does have a command center that's half dead. Well, I guess 2/3 dead. It's only got 500 health left, but and it's not really mining that much as well. So he's doing like a little bit of damage here and there. And even though he's losing his army, he's got a bigger economy in the sense that he's got 3 bases. His 4th base is on the way as well now, and he's got better tech in the sense of he's got air units, so he can hover above cliffs and stuff like that. He can go straight into the main if he wants to, although not really because there's Vikings here. But yeah, it looks like all DK needs to do now is transition into siege tanks, and all these marines are gone. Plus, Vikings can't do much against siege tanks. They can kind of land next to siege tanks, but if they're getting close when there's like marines and marauders, then nothing's gonna happen. And you can see he actually has got a fair few siege tanks out, and he's even working on more. You can see he's like queuing up a lot of siege tanks. He's taking a big push out now, and this is gonna be really bad engagement, looks like, from DK's perspective, because there's just too many marines. Although he did force a lot of stim. You can see that Next stimmed at least 2 or 3 times. I think it was 3 times altogether, because all these marines are in orange. That's 30 health level loss altogether. And this medevac is going to have a hard job trying to heal all these troops. He's got 0 energy, absolutely 0 energy. But there's two more medevacs coming in. They're going to lose all their energy straight away, and they're not even going to heal this army, I think. But yeah, it looks like he's going to build more medevacs because he needs them. But looks like DK's going to push in again. Well, at least he's going to posture himself for an attack. And yeah, it looks like he's at 2-2. 3-3. That's probably why DK's army lasted a lot longer than I expected him to. Just the fact that you have such great, bigger attack upgrades, and or upgrades in general, not just attack. But even with those attack upgrades, he's not going to be able to do a lot of damage to this force. And yeah, we've got some medevac support from both teams, but there's just way too many marines. Marines are such a powerful unit that it's just hard to deal with on a massive scale like that, unless you have splash damage in the sense of siege tanks or something like that. And we may see a drop now. This is interesting. And what do we see here? Oh, battle cruisers. Nice. So we're seeing what looks like 2 battle cruisers are on the way, and he might try and go for a 3rd if he needs to. He's got missile turrets everywhere, so he should be well protected. I don't see the reason for getting this missile turret. These 2 missile turrets itself are well more than enough. Getting a 3rd one is a bit overkill. But I can understand getting a missile turret here. Another missile turret. This is like, he must be really preparing for a big drop if he's putting all his missile turrets here. But the thing is, he doesn't really need this missile turrets if he's going for air units, because his air units can go in between these, and they can also shoot medevac that's trying to hide far away. So seeing him scan, DK scanning, he's gonna look for his army. He should probably siege up right now because he's posturing for an attack. So he's gonna stim up. Hopefully siege is up. There he goes, siege is up. And all his marines are gonna die right now. Like, all of them are gone. Very little he can do about these siege tanks, unless he gets some air units out, or unless there's a lot of marines. So there we go, this is GG. There's just nothing you can do about it. He's going to lose this command center. He can just go back here and take this command center out if he needs to. So that looks like it. Although he's going to kill off all these medevacs, all these ravens with these Vikings. So that's something. But all these marines are going to go to work on these Vikings, and yeah, there's nothing. Oh, wait a second. I think wait, let me have a look at this. Yep, GG. Alright, well, okay, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.